Hello, we learn. Welcome to Virtual Learning Network. वर्चुअल लर्निंग नेटवर्क में आपका स्वागत है. एंड इंडियन फाइनेंशियल सिस्टम सेशन नंबर 2 सबसेक्शन 1 एंड दिस सेशन इंडियन बैंकिंग सिस्टम. इस सेशन में हम आपको इंडियन बैंकिंग सिस्टम के बारे में बताएंगे कि किस तरह से इंडियन फाइनेंशियल सिस्टम के अंदर इंडियन बैंक का क्या रोल होता है, कैसे वर्क करता है. एंड दिस सेशन कवर्ड द फॉलोइंग स्टेप्स और कंटेंट लाइक मॉनेटरी कंट्रोल, बैंक रेट, द effectiveness of bank rate, open market operation, CRR, SLR, interest rate, selective credit control, introduction to Indian financial system, regulation of non-banking institution, restrictions on dealing in foreign exchange, authorized dealers and money changers, blocked accounts, import and export, acquisition of foreign exchange, export and transfer of securities. And now introduction. Money control. Monetary control is the main function of Reserve Bank as it is central bank of the country. सबसे पहला काम मॉनेटरी कंट्रोल करना अपेक्स बैंक का होता है, सेंट्रल बैंक का होता है. सेंट्रल बैंक हर नेशंस में होती है और उसका काम सबसे पहला क्या है, मॉनेटरी कंट्रोल करना है, लिक्विडिटी को मेंटेन करना होता है. इसी तरह से हमारे यहाँ इंडिया में रिजर्व बैंक इस काम को करती है. फॉर्मुलेटिंग एंड एडमिनिस्ट्रिंग monetary policies involve using of instrument and with its control to influence the level of aggregate demand for goods and services by regulation of the total money supply and credit. Number 3, the RBI exercises monetary regulation by influencing the availability and cost of credit by exercising different types of control. Number 4, general or quantitative controls are the instrument of bank rate, reserve requirements and open market operations. These methods affect the total money supply. And now bank rate. Bank rate is defined in section 49 of the RBI Act 1934 as the standard rate at which the bank is prepared to buy or rediscounted bill of exchange or other commercial paper eligible for purchase under this act. In India, bank rate has been changed frequently to the effect change in the cost of fund available from central bank to banks and financial institution. Effectiveness of bank rate. The effectiveness of bank rate as an instrument of monetary control depends on the extent of operation in the money market and also on how far the commercial bank resort to borrowing from Reserve Bank. Open market operations. Section 17(8) of RBI Act 1934 authorizes the Reserve Bank to engage in the purchase and sale of security of any maturity of central government and state government. सेक्शन 17 के अनुसार ये भी राइट आरबीआई को मिला हुआ होता है कि वो किसी भी गवर्नमेंट के इंस्ट्रूमेंट को परचेज कर सके, सेल कर सके. देन open market operations can be carried out by purchase and sale of variety of assets such as government securities, commercial bills of exchange, foreign exchange, goods and even company shares. In actual practices, they are confined to buying and selling of government securities. When securities are purchased from the open market, the reserves of the bank with Reserve Bank increases and they can accordingly expend credit. And now cash reserve. Section 42 of RBI Act and Section 18 of Banking Regulation Act 1949 deals with cash reserve to be kept with the Reserve Bank by scheduled bank and non-scheduled bank respectively. Scheduled bank have to maintain an average daily balance of 5% of the total demand and time liability in India of such bank. Further, RBI is empowered to raise up to 20% of total demand and time liability. So we can say that the range of this one is 5% to 20%, and the current rate of CRR is 6%. Statutory liquidity ratio SLR. Bank are required under section 24(1) of RBI Act 1949 to maintain in India liquid assets in cash, gold or unencumbered approved securities amounting to 25% of its total demand and time liability. RBI is empowered to raise up to 40% of it. And now interest rate. Reserve Bank exercises direct command over the lending rate of banks by influencing cost of bank credit by increase or decrease in the leading rates rather than the bank rate. RBI is empowered to issue directions to bank in public interest और in the interest of banking policy. RBI जो है रेट के रिगार्डिंग दूसरे बैंक्स को भी, नेशनलाइज बैंक को भी डायरेक्शन दे सकता है और उसका कारण या तो पब्लिक इंटरेस्ट हो सकता है या बैंकिंग पॉलिसी हो सकता है. Selective credit control. Selective credit control refers to the regulation of distribution or direction of bank resources to certain sectors of the economy. This is done in terms of broad national policies for achieving development goals. Selective credit control. Selective credit control is exercised by RBI by stipulating it is minimum margin for lending against selected commodities, ceiling on the level of credit and rates of interested commodities. The first two control quantum of credit and the last the cost of credit. तो पहले वाले को जो है क्वांटम ऑफ क्रेडिट के अनुसार करते हैं और दूसरे जो है उसको कॉस्ट ऑफ क्रेडिट के अकॉर्डिंग हम सेट करते हैं. इंट्रोडक्शन टू इंडियन फाइनेंशियल सिस्टम. RBI is the central bank of country, is the center of the Indian financial and monetary system. RBI was formed in 1935 as per RBI Act 1935 as shareholders bank with a share capital of 5 crores divided into 5 lakh fully paid up shares of rupees 100 each. In 1948 RBI was nationalized by the Reserve Bank, transferred to Public Ownership Act 1948 and the entire share capital was acquired by the central government. Regulation of non-banking institution. The fast growth of non-banking institution in the country and their accepting deposits from the public at very high rates of interest raise question of regulating their activity. As the credit from the banking sector was under the control of Reserve Bank, the non-banking institution had a ready market and many unhealthy practices developed in an course of time. Custodian of foreign exchange. Introduction. Regulation and conservation of foreign exchange is a major function of the Reserve Bank of India under FERA 1973. Regulation of foreign exchange was introduced in India under the Defence of India Rules 1939, which was replaced by the Foreign Exchange Regulation Act 1947 and later by the Foreign Exchange Regulation Act 1973, which is currently in force but not currently in force. The regulation Foreign Exchange Regulation Act is also replaced by FEMA. अभी रेगुलेशन एक्ट नहीं है बल्कि अभी जो है फॉरेन एक्सचेंज मैनेजमेंट एक्ट 1999 है जिसने जो है फेरा को, जिस एक्ट के बारे में हम आपको बता रहे हैं, उसको रिप्लेस किया है. Restrictions on dealing in foreign exchange. Under section 8 of this act, the previous general or special permissions of the RBI is necessary for any person other an authorized dealer in India to purchase or otherwise acquire borrow, sell, lend, exchange with any person not being an authorized dealer. Foreign exchange defined under section 2H RBI Act. Foreign exchange means foreign currency and include all deposits, credits and imbalance payable in any foreign currency and any draft, travelers, checks, letter of credit and bills of exchange expressed or drawn in foreign currency too. Authorized dealers and money changers. Under section 6 of Act, Reserve Bank is empowered to authorize any person to deal in foreign exchange. Persons who authorized are called authorized dealer as defined in section 2B. Such authorization may be granted subject to condition and may be for dealing in foreign currencies or restricted to specified foreign currencies or specified transactions. A specified period or within specified period, authorized dealers are generally scheduled bank. However, RBI has given restricted license IDBI and EXIM to undertake certain specified function. Money changers defined section 7 of the Act. Act empowers the RBI to authorize any person to deal in foreign currency. Persons who authorized are called money changers. The authorization given to money changers may be first for all foreign currency, second for all transactions in the foreign currency or for specified transactions, and also may be for operating a specified place and for a specified amount. Money changers license have been given to certain established firm, hotel and other organization. Blocked account. Section 10 of the Act deals with blocked account regarding NRI account, NRE, NRO, FCNR, NRNR, etc. A blocked account is an account opened as a blocked account at any office or branch of bank in India authorized by RBI. Import and export of currency. Import or export of currency exchange or Indian currency to or from India is also subject to restriction imposed under section 30. General or special permission of RBI is necessary to take or send out of India any Indian currency or foreign exchange obtained from an unauthorized dealer or an authorized dealer or a money changers. Acquisition of foreign exchange. Section 14 authorizes the central government to order by a notification in the official gazette every person in or resident in India to sell foreign exchange to the RBI or to persons authorized by the RBI for this purpose. Export and transfer of security. General or special permission of the RBI is necessary under section 19 of the following transaction. Number 1, taking or sending any security to any place outside India. Number 2, transfer of any security or creation or transfer of any interest in a security to or in favor of any non-residents. Number 3, issuing in India or outside India any security which is registered or to be registered in India to a non-residents. Number 4, acquiring, holding or disposing of any foreign security. Bearer security. Section 22 of Act restrict the issue of bearer securities without permission of RBI. Gift and settlement. Settlement or gift of any property to a non-resident without the general or special permission of RBI under section 24. Holding of immovable property outside India. A person resident in India are prohibited under section 25 from acquiring, holding or disposing of or by sale, mortgage, lease, gift, settlement or otherwise any immovable property situated outside India except with the general or special permission of RBI. Establish a place of business. Non-residents and other persons under section 28 require the general or special permission of RBI for various transactions under number 1, to establish or carry out in business in place of business for carrying, bond trading, commercial or industrial activity. Number 2, acquiring the whole or any part of any undertaking in India of any person or any company carrying the trade, commerce, industry, or purchasing the shares of such company in India. Under section 16(1), duty of person entitled to receive foreign exchange. Under section 16(1) of the Act, general or special permission of the Reserve Bank is necessary for any person having a right to receive foreign exchange or a rupees payment from a non-resident to do or refrain from doing anything which has the effect of delaying such payment or seizing such payment in whole or in a part. Payment for exported goods. Section 81 empowered central government to stipulate that before exporting any goods from India, the exporter furnishes to the prescribed authority a declaration in the prescribed form like GR, PP and BP COD forms. Export and transfer of security. General or special permission of the Reserve Bank is necessary under section 19 for the following transactions. Number 1, taking or sending any security to any place outside India. Number 2, transfer of any security or creation or transfer of any interest in security to or in favor of any non-residents. Export and transfer of security. Number 3, issuing in India or outside any security which is registered or to be registered in India. Number 4, acquiring, holding or disposing of any foreign security. Persons residents in India are prohibited under section 25 from acquiring, holding or disposing of assets. And that's it from so the rest of the part in session 2 subsession 2.